To throw on second down. Cook. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Forced out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Julius Peppers in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. High throw, but the catch is made. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, There's nothing but room to run.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. Here's Cook. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Cook now on 1st and 10. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Cook, operating from the gun, buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Cook. They'll roll him out right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gault. Penny, a 1st down carry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting them in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jonathan Hankins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Cook. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's got some space here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Robbie Anderson, 82 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. The defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Detroit! Detroit! 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. On the arc. On the arc. Gun!
To throw is Cook. Throwing on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Lucky 56. Hey. Gun!
Cook on first down. Cook struck. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw. Cook got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And out now come the Seahawks. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Flex round! Flex round! Everyone got 4 down.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started.
And, it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Another carry now for Gurley. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Fighting through, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2. And ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Leopard! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Here's Cook to throw on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here we go now.
Cook now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Ohio! Here we go! Ohio! Ohio! What? London! Ohio! Ohio!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They'll try and throw for it here. And Ingram holds it in. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter 4.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught by Penning. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms, and
he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Cook, off play action, eluding the pressure run. And they're going to sack him again, the 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
Now Rashad Penny. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. Point after try forthcoming. This time the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Rivers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now a give running left for Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.